To my channel. Welcome back to another video, you guys. It has been a minute. I feel like I'm doing all the things and none of the things are getting done. You guys, we are in the thick of things around this house. And it's just different. My life is so different. Uh, Running around doing things with Jackson. He's in track. I mean, we just had a thing for track today. Um, Helping sister, navigate her new sister's got a ton of new things going on. It's not for me to share, just with her. Um, in Anyway, it's not for me to share. So that's going, helping her navigate adulthood. That's it. That's what I'm trying to say. Helping sister navigate adulthood, which she's really moving into that space, has been keeping me busy. Of course, Mr. Man is keeping me busy. Shamika in California, Trandon in Texas. We're just trying to do a lot more family things. Even though we're all across the country, we try to connect every day. And it's just causing me to be exceptionally busy these days. So I am, hey now, good to see you. I am trying to continue to film and share what I can. The garden season has started, so gardening has taken up quite a bit of my time, and it's a challenge trying to get this garden back together. But the spring garden is going to be beautiful. I believe that in Jesus' name. Um, just so many things that I'm navigating right now. So but y'all came here for the budget, and that's exactly why you should be here. Praise God, right? All the things. So let me pull up my budget sheet. I thought I had that open, but guess what? I don't. I have again been navigating several different spaces. Even tonight, I was working on some other stuff. Let me see. Okay, I was working on the garden is where I've really spent most of my time this evening. I had a couple garden beds to put together. And then I've really been working on my reels, just trying to get views up. But of course, reels don't really give you the income that you need. But again, they get me views. And I can do those lickety split very, very quickly. I did pay bills today. Today is the 1st of April. And so I did pay bills, which is good because I did not forget. Typically, when I'm in my office, I don't forget to pay my bills because I am sitting down. I was at a different school today and on the go. Hey, everybody. Good to see y'all. I'm glad you all are here. Do me a favor, like the video, do all those things. It just helps push us out into the algorithm, which is exactly what we want to do, is be pushed out into the algorithm. So I'm not going to hold you long. I am going to share with you the bills that I have paid thus far, because I did pay some. And I do have, there are a lot of unexpected expenses. Let me just start there probably. That's probably a good place to start. Hey, everybody, before I jump into the numbers. So what happened unexpectedly? You're going to get a vlog very soon with some things that happened with Jackson. But let me just explain a few things. So Jackson is a senior this year. Jackson is in his last 8 weeks of school. Tomorrow spring break. Well, tomorrow starts spring break after school. We have one more day, and then spring break is Friday. So he will have 8 more weeks of school. Period. The end. Now, Jackson, my plan for Jack. Hey Tiff, good to see you. Was for him to go to community college, right? Jackson is on the lower end of, he's a year ahead of all of kids his age. He's still 16. He will be 16 until the 30th of this month. He will just turn 17. So in my opinion, him moving off, going away from home for school, was going to be a little bit more than what I would be ready for, because he was on the lower end of 17. It wouldn't have bothered me so much if he was 18 or further into 17. But some things happen. So we were initially going to go to the community college right here. There is a guarantee that pays for the students who have a certain GPA. They graduated from our schools here in the county. They can go to that school for free, meaning whatever they don't get in financial aid, the school will pick up the rest for the community college. And so that was what our plan was. 2 years, he transferred into his program. He applied to 2 schools, and we were waiting to see. Well, in February, we found out we got into one school, and I found out before he did. So they sent me an email, hey, welcome to the family, all the things. I was like, okay, very good. But, we had already made our plan. They sent another thing. They were going to have admitted student day. So the kids who got in, you can come and visit, tour, all the things. So I think it's an amazing program, honestly. I'm trying to get a lot more kids that don't have any way of going out to a 4-year school to consider it, because it is a good program. So I initially was supposed to be in Texas last week at a pastor's conference. Tried to get my sister to take him, tried to get his sister to take him, tried to get a friend of mine to take him, even thought about trying to get Mr. Man to take him, but he had a prior commitment, and I understood that. He would have done it for me if I had asked, but he had a prior commitment that has been on the books for a long time. And so just wouldn't work out. And he was like, well, Mom, it doesn't matter. I'm not going to go anyway. I'm like, okay, fine. So then my conference got canceled, got rescheduled, right? So I didn't end up going to Texas last week. It's going to be further into the year. I'm not sure I'll be able to make it when they rescheduled it for, but it's what it is. So he tells me one day, we're driving in the car, I think it's on Wednesday last week. Well, Mom, I signed us up for the college tour. Wait, what? How you sign me up? You gonna tell me? So that ended up, I had to ask a friend, hey, can we come and stay? Because it's a bit of a ways. Can we stay on Friday night? We're going to get up really early Saturday morning and make the last leg of the trip. She was like, sure. Her and her husband were happy to host us, no problem. So we get there, and it's still in our mind. We're just seeing what it is. He's just going to see what this is going to be for him in 2 years. Well, we get to the College of Engineering. We're all the kids that are there. They're seated by their college. They're all in tracks. We're track number 1. For the College of Engineering. And we get in there, and his major, he wants to do aerospace engineering. Well, we knew going into this college that they did not have that major. They had mechanical engineering, and you can concentrate in aerospace. Well, we're sitting in there, and the lady, she wasn't the dean over the school, but she was pretty important. She was a doctor, somebody, I forget. She says, no, that's not true. We're sitting in there. Then we go further on another tour, and the dean of the school comes into the building where we're all in there touring. Both groups were in there in our College of Engineering group. And she says, so I just wanted to let you, she's like, well, who's doing civil? Who's doing mechanical? Who's doing environmental? Who's doing air? She's going through all the names. She says, well, I just want to let you know that the 2026-27 year will be the inaugural year for aerospace, for aeronautical and astronomical degree. No longer is it a concentration. It's now a degree of its own. And this year starts this year. She says, we've been teaching this for 20 years, but we're now just going to have the program, the degree. And so my spidey senses is all off the charts. Now I'm like, oh, I'm glad nobody else was here, because they would not have heard that. So what I'm hearing you say is my son could be in the inaugural class for this degree that has never been a degree before ever in life. That's what I'm hearing you say. And when we were sitting in the initial place, the lady was like, okay, so look, go to your student portal and see what your, what your financial aid package is. We go to the portal, we look at the financial package. It is 24,900 and some dollars for this one, for 1 year of school. They gave Jackson 24,900 and some dollars for school. Now, let me just say this before y'all start amening, because I know how y'all are, because I was like, oh, praise the Lord. About 4,400 of that are student loans. So they gave him 20,000 they gave him $20,500 for financial aid between merit scholarships and Pell Grants and all the things. They gave him that much money. And so that leaves us about 4,400 that we have to come up with. And so I was like, okay, now what do you got to do? Because I'm not letting my son take out loans. We're not doing loans for school. We're just doing debt-free education. Now, he missed the deadline to fill out some additional scholarships for that school itself because that was not on his list. He was actually wanting to go to the other college. So here's like, but that program is established. 20 years, they've had it, all the things. And I said, I get it. I hear you. But we're talking about being a minority male in a first year inaugural program. I'm not exactly sure you're understanding. They're going to be pushing people to come here and recruit you for internships and jobs. And so I'm having this conversation with him, just talking. So we're still having to figure out this money. So I've been saving money for Jackson, right? His dad sends, I've been saving, and he wanted to buy a car. His whole plan. He been on CarMax and Carfax and any other car place you can find. He been on it. So I said to one of the girls, I said, well, can you tell me? Because I already told him, I said, typically freshmen can't bring a car on campus. That's just, it's not enough space for everybody. You're just not going to get it. So, and I've been talking too long. I'm sorry, y'all, but these are my current issues. So she says, well, you have to have credit hours to bring a car on campus. Woo, that worked out well. First of all, he's going to be a new driver. I don't need him driving far away from me where I can't manage all the things. So I said to him, you can't even bring a car on campus anyway. And I've been saving this money, and he's been saving some money as well. So this money typically could go for that 4,400 that we're short, because I'm not letting you take out student loans. They put it on there for the student loans. And then, so here's the other thing. He has the opportunity to fill out local scholarships here. He didn't fill out one, nothing, because he's already got his plan. So we come back, and I'm immediately, we on scholarship. Shamika can find money under a rock. Shamika she is in her doctorate program and went all the way on scholarship, fellowship. She didn't pay a dime for anything. Shamika can find a scholarship. So in 15 minutes, she done sent 25 scholarships. I'm on the senior page at his school where they posting scholarships. I done pulled $20,000 worth of scholarships off. And I am on his neck. We are filling out, and he filled out 5 or 6 so far. Tomorrow he does not have to work, so it's gonna be 5 or 6 more. We filling out scholarships too. It ain't no more scholarships to fill out, because what I told him is, we don't just want to get this 4,400. We want to get more, because whatever you don't use to go towards your schooling, you can put that back to maybe get a car, or maybe for the next year, because you're gonna have to figure this out. We got this 1 year in the bag. We got to figure out the next years. So he is planning to do a work study. We're going to try to see if we can find him some work study. But for right now, because most things let us go out till like the end of April to apply for scholarships. So we're doing that. But May 1st is the deadline for us to let them know if he's coming. And so there will be some upfront costs I'm going to have to pay, and I have to pay it. Then we have to do new student orientation, and there's $100 visitor fee for me to come with him so we can find out all the things. So that's one. Please, please, exceedingly and abundantly, because we need that. If you're believing prayer, pray for us, pray for our family, honestly, because this is this is a new experience for everybody. For the first time in my life, I won't have a kid at home. Now I say that, and Alana's staying home, but she has found her people. She has found her niche. She's found her group. Alana got something tonight, tomorrow night, Friday night, Saturday night. She got to go back to work on Sunday afternoon to do something. Alana is outside. Y'all thought I was outside. Oh no, sister is outside. And so we're thankful for that. But we just got to secure those finances. And within the next couple of weeks, we're going to have to do some stuff. The second thing that happened that we weren't sure about what was going to happen is this is, of course, his senior year, and it's the prom. He didn't go last year. So I'm like, Jackson, are you planning the prom? Now, Jackson hemming and hawing around here about what he gonna do, and I don't know, and I'm gonna let you know, and I'm gonna figure it out. Well, they had prom tickets for $50. We missed the deadline for the $50 prom ticket. Now the tickets are $75. So he's like, but mom, I got it. I'm gonna pay for it. Fine, fine, fine. So he's going with some friends. I said, well, what about a date? He's gonna go with some friends. Fine, 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 no problem. Well, all of a sudden, yesterday I was talking with a friend of mine. She's one of my tightest two ladies, and she has a daughter that's a homeschooler. It's kind of how we met. And she's like, well, Jordan, we'll go with him if he wants to take her. It's like kind of a sister bro, sis bro type of situation, because there's not like a connection of that type of thing. But his buddies that he's going with, they're all now taking dates. And so he would be the lone bud without a date. All of it out. All of it out. Let me tell you something. Joel 2:25, and he will restore the years. I am counting God at his word. So, and Jackson's really not one of those where he just don't make decisions right or like immediately. But he was on it. I was like, well, hey, what about Jordan? He was like, oh, sure, mom, no problem. Then he says, well, what if I find somebody else? I said, if you find somebody else, listen, if you're going to be looking for somebody else, you need to find who you're going to find. It's her or somebody pick, because we ain't finna be having people going back and forth. He was like, no, I was just asking. I'll take her. It's fine. So I said, well, how much is the ticket? He's like, I got to find out. So he goes today, and her ticket is $75. Plus, he has to have a tux. Plus, he doesn't want to wear tuxedo shoes. He wants to get something else. So all of that's an expense. He has to get the flower. He has to get his hair done. He has to get dinner. So all of those expenses are going to have to come from somewhere. He works, and he works a lot. But as a parent, I don't want him to do all of the cost. So, oh Lord. So, and she's going to drive because she drives, he doesn't. So I'm going to have him put gas in her car. We're gonna compensate her for her gas. That's just what we're doing. So by the time I do, I think either Saturday or Sunday, we're gonna go by and look to try to get the tux fitted, because the prom is coming up soon. We don't got a lot of days, so we need to go. And it's prom season. We want to make sure we can get him situated and get all that taken care of. So that's another set of expenses that are going to come out. So I don't know that I'll be able to do any saving this month. I think it's just going to be hitting all the things that I need to hit at one time. Dad might come through with a little bit for prom, but he has not said that. And of course, he sends child support. So I'll take all of that to do what he needs done. That's just how it's going to work out this month. But please do pray for us for the extra financials, because I've got to find that 4,400. I've got the money in the account I've been saving for him, but I don't want it to come from there. If it has to, that's fine. But I know I got 20,000 worth. Shamika sent some, and then one of my friends on here, Miss Karen, she sent me some scholarships. Jackson can go to school for the next 50 years with all the scholarships people have sent. And if we just sit down and get them, there's a scholarship for children who are on child support. I don't care what it's for. I don't care how you get it. If they want to give you $2,000 because your mom gets child support from your dad, I want you to have it too. Me too. I don't like that stigma sometimes, but if it's going to get you the money, me too. Me too. That's a $2,000 scholarship. One of my former coworkers passed away several years ago. Around Christmas time, she got in a car accident. Her family has created a scholarship. If you can get that scholarship, let's get. I don't know where we getting it, but we gonna get it from somewhere, and that's just gonna be us sitting down and me on his neck because he is who he is to get that money. So, anywho, it is gonna be slightly tighter than normal. And even if we do get the scholarships, they're not coming out till June, July, they'll go straight to the school. There will be some upfront costs I'm going to have to pay for him to get him situated. I did in one of my previous other videos I've already uploaded. You haven't seen it yet. I do know that some of the aunties will ask, where is he registered? Does he need anything? I'm saying this, there is no person that has to send us anything. There just isn't. I had kids. I knew I was going to have kids. I knew there were going to be things that they needed. However, if somebody wants to do something for Jackson, I will be creating a wish list for school. They told them they used to give them a fridge and a microwave. They're no longer providing those things. So those are things we have to provide. Of course, it's on his list of things for college, and we'll just get the things. I said if I have to just do it piecemeal, I'll do it piecemeal. I've started back couponing so he can have all the things he needs to take with him. He's got to wash clothes. He's got to do all those types of things. Hey, everybody, good to see you. So anyway, that was a lot of explanation over the things that are just coming up in the next little bit, if that makes any sense. So I just wanted to put that out there. So when you see the budget, you're like, where's the money going? We just have and I don't even know what a tuxedo is going to rent for. I mean, even renting is not cheap. So, and he has to have it because of prom. So, and he's not going to go nowhere making nobody else look crazy. Now, the little girl that's going with him, she already got her dress. She paid $12.95 for it from one of them little thrift shops that I be shopping at. Praise God. Now we're gonna be out here $40,000 for a tuxedo that he gonna wear for 3 hours, but whatever. It's fine. It's fine. We here for it. Okay. Now let's jump into the budget just so you all can see what is going on. I did pay bills today. I'm not sure if Rachel's on here, but Rachel, if I forgot something, because Rachel helps me. But those of you who just jumped in, like the video, do all the things. It just helps us, pushes us out into the algorithm, and we appreciate that. All right, so let's see where we are. Okay, this is April. Remember I told y'all last month that I had to change my deductions some kind of way, change my deductions. So I noticed that when I got my paycheck this month, it was a little bit lower than what it typically had been. It typically is a little bit more than the $3,342. It's usually like, it's usually a little more. I can't remember what more it usually is, but it's usually more than this. And so I'm thankful that my mortgage went down because my deductions changed my bottom line. I didn't have anything else come out of my budget, but that changing those deductions had to have changed something here, which is why my bottom line, oh hey Rachel, is why that bottom line is a little bit less than what it used to be. I did get one mom affiliate revenue that was from last month. Of course, I'm using it for this month expenses. I put it in, then I wash it out because it goes into the expense account. That gave us a total of $3,585.10. Now, I'm going to scroll on down because I did work out my bills. Mr. Jerome is back for gardening. And so I've had to pay for some gardening. He's coming this month. So I had to take money out for gardening. I had to also take out money for the pest control because I told y'all them Bama's trying to get me, but you will not get Shakima. Absolutely not. She's like, oh yeah, he got a booking next week. Ma'am, if he came January 30th, doesn't he come back April 30th, not March the 16th? Like, what are you doing? And here's what I realized too. If you don't keep a track on your dates, they're going to get you. because you just scheduling stuff. Oh yeah, but every third month, how did you get from 3 months, which is 12 weeks, down to 6 weeks? Like, how did that happen? Because and she was like, "Oh yeah, it's April 30th. Very good. Don't have an attitude, ma'am. But I'm not about to be paying extra money because you're gonna come back in 6 more weeks. No. So my mortgage is down. I did go ahead and pay the 1,000 for the mortgage. I did pay the 154.20 for the utilities and the 71.90 for the water and sewer. Now let me just talk about water and sewer because these people out here wilding, honey. And when I tell you they wilding, they is for real wilding. So we got a letter saying that our water and sewer, our water bill was going up. Everything is going up except your paycheck. Now, why is this a thing? I don't even understand why it's a thing. Is it Wednesday? It is $1,000 for the mortgage, 154.20 for that, and then 71.90 for the water. Water and sewer is going up again, or going up. Everything is going up. The bags are getting smaller, packages are getting smaller, but your bills are keep going up. And I'm like, Lord have mercy. And then for the utilities, we get like a monthly report, and they're charging us for peak hours. So peak hours in our area is from 6 a.m. to 9 p.m. I'm getting dressed at 6 a.m. I'm getting in showers at 6 a.m. So now we got to get up at 4:30 in the morning just so we can get a shower, so you don't have peak hour times charging you on the bill. Like, oh my God, what is, I don't even understand what's going on right now. I'm so confused. I'm so confused about all the things. I know I'm not an economics person, but there's a lot happening. And I know that if I'm finding it challenging, because I don't struggle around here, if I'm finding it challenging just to make the ends meet, imagine what people who don't make what I make find it. I don't even understand how people are doing it. I did pay the cell phone bill at 45. My internet was 55. I paid that today. Okay, that's all I paid on that. I didn't do any household repairs right now. No miscellaneous. Got Mr. Jerome's cash out. My Roth IRA, that was $75. I did get that's an automatic withdrawal. I did get a email saying that was coming out today. Did not do Amazon Prime, didn't do PureFlix, but I do know that my PureFlix renews in May. So I'm just going to bite that and pay that $99 and not worry about it. Near you that could be contributing to the rising costs. I am not aware of any of that type of, I'm not aware that there is or isn't. So I don't know the answer to that. I'm sorry. My gym did not come out. Jackson's gym, not yet. I have not put anything into taxes, although I did put $40 from the $242 that came from, and that was from my YouTube. So $242 came from YouTube. I really need to gross about $2,000 a month from YouTube. I don't, because I don't post as much and I don't have as much traffic as some people. When you're making 6 figures a month, I mean, you got way more visitors than I do. Some people on one video have more views than I've had in 6 months on one video. I haven't figured out how to crack the code. I haven't figured it out, right? There's so many people out here doing what we're doing. This is not, social media is not what it used to be. I did have a reel go, I think it's like at 43,000 on TikTok. And TikTok will not pay you if your reel is less than a minute. I did not realize that the reel was 41 seconds, but it's the only reel that I've had in the last, I don't know how many months, that has been over 300-400 views. My series, We Have Food in This House, that does pretty well. And I will be doing some more videos on that, but I'm trying to do some gardening videos as well. Then they tell you niche down and just do one thing. It's hard for me to do one thing when I do so many things. I'm the mom. I do all of it. And to just do one thing, is just not who I am. I am gardening. I am cooking. I am cleaning. I am budgeting. I am I'm doing all the things. I'm taking Jackson to this place. I'm running around. So it's hard to niche down when you do it all. And that's the fight that I have in my head. It's like, or they want you to play the sob story, right? I don't have a sob story that's going to get me views. That's going to get people to come. Don't come over here because I'm sobbed. As much as I've served the Lord and as much as God loved me, you should see me out of the sob. I should not be crying over everything. I mean, Lord, does God ever take you out of that space, or am I just doing it for views? That's my struggle, right? On social platforms. The worse off you are, the more views you get. Well, if I'm going to get views just by being bad off, I'm not going to never have none, because God has blessed me to this degree to not even be struggling like I was. I have challenges now. I struggled before. I'm not on the budget. Back to the budget. Okay. Sorry. I have a soapbox, y'all, and I could sit on it all day. The taxes I took out from the YouTube income. Now, I didn't have any more income come in, but I should have something come in from Paper Sunday next week. So if you've used my Paper Sunday link or any of my affiliate links, thank you so much. I did have something coming from Amazon. So I'm not sure if somebody used the link that I posted from Amazon. But that helped me out a little bit. No, ma'am. Social media, that's a done deal. That is a done deal. These people figured it out that we were out here making coins, and they said, "Oh no," because I'll tell you something that happened to me the other day. I had posted a video about the soil at Home Depot, no, at Lowe's, and I got like 14,000 views on one platform, and I got like 12,000 views in like 10 minutes. And as soon as I got 12,000 views in that 10 minutes, they dropped me out the algorithm. Then nobody was seeing any of my posts for the next several days. And so they figured it out. If you got something that's juicy, they dropping you out that algorithm, period. Now, the people who stay in are those who have, like I said, 40, 50, 60,000 views per video. I get 1,000. I'm okay with, it's 1,000 people watching that wasn't watching before. So thank God. But I'm not about to have a sob story. I can't do that to people. The other thing too is when sometimes people will send me, "Hey, you want to do a review?" And I'll send my rates. They don't want to pay me. They don't want to sponsor my video. They want to sponsor other people. They just want me to be an affiliate, which means I only make money if I sell something. It's getting like that on TikTok Shop. Used to, we can get a lot of free stuff and just kind of do videos. Now you can have a refundable order, meaning you got to buy it first. And if you make a sale, they'll pay you back. I'm not doing that either. So, or all you doing is selling. Like, I'm not Amazon. I'm not a salesperson. I got other things. So there's so many things that we used to be able to make funds that are just harder. They're just harder for some people. They're not hard for other people. Again, this is not my full-time job. I work a job and I have to go every day. So it's a little bit challenging, to say the least. Multi-month series for Jackson's Journey. That's really good. If somebody who has my email or whatever can just remind me of that, it's very good stuff for sure. Because he's a little anxious about it. It's not that he is gung-ho and all the things, but I think he will come around. I'm not sending him off to college unprepared. He just had his plan. He said he had a plan together. Now he has to just think of a different plan. This is just a different thing. Moving down. Okay, for food, I got $250 out. Now let me talk about food real fast, because I'm not spending $250 on food. I'm spending about $30 on food every week. Here's why. For the past several months, I am again in this weight gain. When you go off the medication, I was on medication for about a year. It's been almost 2 years now that I've been off. Next month will be 2 years exactly. But I've gained about 30 pounds back. I've gained about 30 pounds of the, see, I lost 70 pounds. So I've gained about 30 of the 70 pounds back that I lost. And nothing that I'm doing is working, right? I go to the gym, nothing is working. So I happen to see, and again, not medical advice, get your own from your own doctors. I happen to, and I'm in my doctor office. I happen to see this trainer who just ate 4 foods for 30 days. He ate 4 foods, nothing else. That's all he ate, as much of it as he wanted for 30 days. And I said, well, nothing else is working. Why not try that? And so I'm eating chicken, broccoli, cucumbers, and carrots for 30 days. Please don't give me advice on that. I'm good. I'm so good. And I also added in green beans and cucumber because I had those in the house and I didn't want them to go bad. So I'm eating broccoli, cucumber, green beans, carrots, potato, chicken. That's it. No salt, no oil. I use a little spray oil. No, but no butter, no nothing. No keto. It's not keto. I can have a potato if I go to the gym, which I'm hindered in the gym now because I have a heel spur in my right foot. And I haven't been able to really walk for about 2 to 3 weeks now. I had to order 2 different type of things to go in my shoe. I'm wearing heel guards now. I had to order a new pair of shoes. Tough month. I had to order like a boot looking thing to help the plantar fasciitis. And so that took up about $100 and some dollars. So anywho, with my grocery budget, I did take out $250, but only 120 of that is for groceries because I'm buying the same things. The kids are buying their own groceries this month. Jackson gonna have to learn anyway. The other 130 I use for things like the garden. We had soil on sale. I bought soil and I bought a lot of it. It was 5 for $10 and I bought a lot just to replenish my garden. My thought process was if eventually I'm going to be able to eat the food that I grow. Does that make sense? So I have $30 each week for groceries. I went today, picked up groceries. I think I spent $24. That was it. I bought a bag of potatoes. I bought some chicken drumsticks. I eat about 6 to 8 drumsticks a day, which gives me about a little over 100 grams of protein. I don't have low energy or any of that, but I'm sticking to this for 30 days. Monthly preps was $60. And what did I buy? I bought the initial stuff for the chicken thing when I first started. So I did pick that up. $100 is for my nails, and I can't get there quick enough because they have grown out so much that I'm hitting them on stuff and it's starting to feel like they're going to pop off, and that's very painful. So that's for my nails to get done. I get them done once a month. Gas. Lord help Holy Ghost Jesus. Gas is $904,032.75. I filled up my car this afternoon with $3.96 gas, and that's for the 87. That's for the regular. And I put $40 in, and the thing still didn't click, right? It did not click like full. I had a little bit in there, and I knew that would get me to the other side, but it did not click. Like I could have probably put another $10 more in, which $50 a week. It actually should be $40 a week because it's 5 weeks. But $50 a week is going to have to do me for gas. And Jackson pays me a little bit every other week when he gets paid. And I split that with Sister Child. I'm telling you right now, $740,039.52 for gas. Ooh, it'd be a lot. Oh, Lord. Okay. My tithe, I did $25. That was off of the YouTube money. Today I did $635 from my paycheck. I did $160 to one ministry, and then 75, so 235 for those two ministries. And I did $177 transfer into business expenses. So let me see where that takes us over here. Okay, back to the original $1,000 for the mortgage, all the things that I've done thus far. Didn't put anything in Jackson's fund yet. All of those monies are going to be going towards the prom. So I usually put $50, which for clothes and stuff. This month for sure it'll be $250 for the prom, for the tuxedo, the shoes, the hair, probably closer to $350. By the time you thinking giving her gas, getting her a little corsage thing, pictures. He got his cap and gown, so he'll get his graduation pictures in May. I'm spreading that out a little bit. Get it in May. Netflix, I still have to pay. Haven't paid that yet. My groceries, my preps I do have to do the P.O. Box sinking fund. Jackson will get some savings this month. Gracie has to have a bath. Now, the reason she has to have a bath and she has to have her nails done and she has to have her paw pads cleaned out. Grace has hair growing out of her paw pads. And I feel like the most absolute terriblest dog mom because that exists. But Gracie will not allow the groomer to touch her hands. She will not allow it. She won't let the groomer touch her. They will not take her if she is on her anxiety medication. She has anxiety medication, but the groomer won't take her if she's on anxiety medication. So this past couple weeks, we had an event for our fifth graders, and one of the participants was a mobile groomer. And I went, oh, she's the only person on that in that whole place that I was trying to see for real, personally. I went to thank her for coming, but I went to see her personally. And so she was able to give me an appointment. She's going to start very small. She knows I told her mama is very anxious, but she's going to come to my house, park in my driveway, and she's going to give mama a bath. We hope, we pray. That's going to be a little over half of that amount. They still have to have food, and they're going to have their heartworm, tick, flea, blah, 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 all of that. Of course, that's towards the end of the month. So I'm going to see how I can get all that done. But she has to have those paw pads cleaned out. I saw somewhere that sometimes those paw pads can get like matted, and it's like they're walking on rocks. Now, she does not act like she hurts. She doesn't have any issues, and she's had it for a long time. I even I bought a little tool to kind of clean it out myself, but I was not doing an adequate job, and I don't want to hurt her. So we are going to muzzle her. She's going out to the doggy salon, and she's going to get a bath. We can bathe Gwen. Gwen is no problem. We can bathe her. But that's going to be during spring break, which for us is next week. And so I didn't put it in yet. The gas we put in, okay, car insurance, $170. I haven't put any money in there yet, but I am supposed to get some paper Sunday money, affiliate money coming in, and I'll put that in there. And as well, this month for my work travel, I had a few more places that I went that I could claim for gas. So that's going to be about $150 as well. So that will help round out that car insurance. So it's not actually coming out of my budget. My tithe was $634. And then for those two other ministries that I support was $235. I have down there that I want to do $500 in savings. I just don't know how that's all going to work out. But that gives me a grand total of $3,243.10 of expenses, leaving $342 left. And of course, I didn't do Mama, which is $150. That's half of that. And my gym, Jackson's gym, all those other little things that have little tiny things that have to come out, and we will fill in as we as additional monies come in to the home. So there that is. I mean, it really for me is just going to be much tighter than I'm used to. But again, there's some unexpected things that I just did not count on. I did not realize that he was going to the prom. I didn't realize he was gonna, agree to take somebody. I didn't realize that they were going out. I knew you go out to eat, although I didn't go out to eat for my prom. I knew you did that, but of course he's gonna pay for those things, and he does work, so it's not like it's all on him. But the things his dad and I can pay for, and I say his dad and I because his dad does send child support, and I believe that that money should go to support Jackson and all the things that he needs. Within the next couple months, there's just going to be a lot happening. Jackson's going to be working all summer long. He will be working all summer long, 1 or 2 jobs, because he has to get them coins. Now, does that mean mom is going to have a lot more taking him back and forth? Sure. But when he goes off to school, he will be at school, he will be set, and it will not be my responsibility. Now, we are trying to get into a summer calculus class. If we can get into a summer calculus class, he will start off with calculus 2 instead of calculus 1. So we're trying, hopeful that he'll get an invitation into calculus 1 this summer, but that's $300. So that has to be paid. So we'll, again, we'll see how that works out. We're here for it. We're here for all the things that he might need. His dad, when Alana graduated high school, she was of course homeschooled. We went out to eat for dinner. And now everybody who went, they understood before coming, this is on your own. You can come and celebrate with us, but this is on your own. Well, unbeknownst to us, as we're getting everybody's getting ready to pay the bill, her dad stands up and he says, I'm paying for everybody. Now, y'all, he dropped some serious coins up in that place. Let me tell you something. He could have given that money to Alana in her hand, but no, he paid for everybody's meal. So I kindly put him on notice right now, and I said, let me tell you something. I said, I'm gonna strongly encourage you, because we're doing the same thing. I don't want to have all those people in my house and clean up and all. I don't want to go through all that. I'm going to encourage you to let people pay for their own meal, because if you got that much money to be dropping on people's meals, you can drop that right on your son's food account for his meals. You can drop that couple thou on his account for school meals. If you trying to drop some, let me help you figure out where to drop it. And again, I thought it was a kind gesture, but that money could have really gone to her, and nobody in that room would have felt a type of way, because we all understood when we decided we were going that it was on your own. Anywho, the little dog is having a conniption fit outside, and the big dog is trying to get to the little dog so she can help her with her conniption. I know that's right. I'm looking for them too. And I'm going to be writing it all down and sharing. Y'all know I don't sit on stuff for a long time. I need the Lord to show up and do his thing. Yes, I do, Jesus. Yes, I do. For my son and any other kid. You know what I'm saying? There's so many kids that could use a hand up. I need my son I need this for him. I didn't have any other kid go straight to college. Sister didn't go. And the 2 older ones went to military. So I didn't have to navigate these waters. I'm having to navigate these waters now with Jackson. And it's a little bit daunting for both of us, because I did not have to think at all for the older kids. When they were ready to go to college, they were grown, already out the house. This is a space that I am having to navigate with Jackson, because the military won't take him with his asthma. So this is just where we are. But this is where it is, and I do plan to update you guys, because there are a ton of things that will be happening, and we need to go ahead and take care of those things, right? So I know I had to go. We went to we stayed at a friend's house last Friday night. I had to pay gas, put it on my credit card. I'm gonna have to pay that off. I had to buy food for him on the way home, put it on my credit card. I'm gonna have to pay that off. So like, Shakima, you spent money ahead, and you hadn't even got the money yet, but I knew the money was coming and what it was going for, right? I knew that was for the for that trip. It doesn't matter where you go, you're going to have to spend. So I have 2 pastors conferences coming up, and I know for sure I may not be able to go to them, just because I'm going to have expenses over the next several months. I want to go, but hey, if I can't make it this time, I went last time, right? That's all I can say. And if they hadn't changed the dates, I would have been there this time. Not my thing, right? Can't go to everything. And then even I have another ladies thing. The tightest two women are meeting up. We try to meet up once a year, once, every other year. We're meeting up, and then we're going to tack our meeting onto a ladies conference in San Antonio. So when they canceled that trip, that pastors conference, I was able to get my points back because I had insured my trip. So I get my points back. When I went on to pay for that trip to go to San Antonio, which would have been last week, cost me $11.20 plus 49,600 points. Cancel that one. Go into this one with the ladies. It cost me 50,000 points plus another $296. And I had to pay for every seat this time. So from one cancellation to one reschedule, it was $300 more, and I had to pay for that. I had the money in my ministry account, but I am a solo dolo. I don't have members. Nobody's paying me tithe and offering. I do have people who bless me occasionally, but I don't have any constant income coming in because I'm not a church. I am a women's ministry. And because of that, I'm self-supporting. If I had to go to places of things, if there's no money in the ministry account, I'm paying for it. So again, I understood that I may not be able to go to those other things because I need him to be taken care of. They gave us a breakdown. We could pay like $800 over a certain amount of months to make up that $4,400, but that's not my testimony. I'm not paying that. We're going to get these scholarships. We're going to get these scholarships. That's what we need to be in agreement with. These scholarships. Any person that sent him any money for the graduation gifts, I already told him that needs to go in. We ain't spending nothing. We're not spending nothing. It's going in the account. We'll figure out what we have. And I'm not trying to discourage him from enjoyment of his graduation, but there's something that's greater. Graduation is not the end all be all for us. We got to move forward. We got this inaugural degree that we're getting ready to have. He's going to have opportunities for internships. He's going to have opportunities to go abroad. Little girl says she went to the Netherlands. One little girl says she went to Italy several times. Some other little girl, she done went to Germany. Honey, my son is going somewhere to go to somebody's country to help them. One little girl got her name on a patent. Honey, Jackson Black gonna be somebody. He gonna be somebody. He already somebody to me, but he gonna be somebody y'all know and people know. He gonna have every opportunity that I can give my child. Every opportunity that I can give my child. And it is the beginning of my empty nest. It really is, honestly, because like I said, sister outside, she just live here. She just need to wash her clothes and have somewhere to sleep. Sister, she's like, she came home today and she said, Mom, we have to have a serious conversation. I'm like, okay, great. Mm-hmm. Yes, what is it? And she kindly put me on notice that she was outside. I want that for you. Hey, perfect. My kids are growing up. They're doing all of the grown-up kid things, and I am here for it and them. So anywho, y'all, I gotta go. My computer's gonna die, and I don't want it to. Like the video, share, subscribe, do all of the things. Please keep praying for us, and we will see you guys when we do another budget update, maybe on Sunday. Like the video, share, subscribe, and we'll see you.